Yo, welcome to another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. And today, man, we got a great show lined up for you guys. But when you come across the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share the video out. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. And if you're new to the channel and you're just now coming across the platform, please hit that subscribe button, share the video out, like it, and post your comment. On this channel, we cover sports, hot topics, roundtable talk, and the marriage chronicles. I see everybody in the comment section. Hashtag salute. And you know what my mantra is. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. Well, today's show, man, we got to go all the way up to Boulder, Colorado. Now, the Colorado Buffaloes wrapped up their season yesterday with a loss to Utah. They finished the season out 4-8. But primetime Deion Sanders, in his post-game press conference, he's proud of his kids. He's proud of their resilience, and he's proud of the fight that they showed all season long, through all the turmoil, through all the limelight, and all the spotlight. He said that his team performed well. The outcome wasn't what he expected, but he said they're there. They ready. Basically, they got off to a hot start. They got off to a 3-0 start. They dropped some games that they shouldn't have lost. The games that was on their schedule of the high-powered teams in college football, the games that they were predicted to lose, they lost them games, but they fought. They fought hard. Kids showed resilience. Offensive line struggled. They got off to a fast start, but still in the fast starts, the offensive line wasn't able to protect their quarterback. A lot of players in and out the lineup. Their 5-star cornerback, Cormani McLean, in and out the lineup. You know what happened to Travis Hunter in that Colorado State game? He was knocked out for 3 consecutive games, which kind of hurt Colorado because that's their two-way star. Deion Sanders was banged up toward the end of the season. Like I've said, that loss to Stanford, that loss really hurt. Then in the middle of the season, they had a shakeup. Their offensive coordinator, Sean Lewis, was demoted. They brought up the video coordinator and Pat Shermer to run the offense to try to get things back together. That didn't work well because they still lost them games. Yesterday's game, Deion Sanders didn't play. They had the backup quarterback in. But they still fought hard. They lost to Utah. Now it comes breaking news out of Boulder, Colorado. Now Tim Brewster, their tight ends coach, he came to Boulder, Colorado from the Jackson State staff with Deion Sanders. Now he announced his resignation. Things are spiraling out of control there in Boulder, Colorado with the Colorado Buffaloes. You got a lot of guys that are decommitting. If you notice that their 5-star quarterback, he decommitted. A couple offensive linemen, they decommitted. So the program in Colorado was moving in the right direction. I don't think people saw this coming. Deion did turn the season around from last year's season to 1-11 season. They finished 4-8, 3 more victories than last year, but they still finished last in the Pac-12. This is a thing that is going to be growing pains for Deion Sanders. Like he said, this is a tough stretch. He's never been in this situation before, but Deion said, you got the right one for it. You got the right one for the job. And I just think that, things are going to start looking up for Colorado. I know that there was big news that Warren Sapp was supposed to be part of the coaching staff next year, the offensive lines coach. I think that's still in play. I think that's still in works because I've seen reports out there that, he has accepted the position to be the offensive line coach for Colorado next season, the 2024 season. So things will, turn around. But, Tim Brewster, he resigned gracefully. I mean, he went to his social media site on Twitter, to post a message to let him know that, he was thankful of everything that primetime Deion Sanders did for him. And let's just read something that he said on his Twitter X. He said, "I've resigned, and I just want to say thank you to Prime. Just a truly amazing man and leader. Buffs Nation, all love. And wish staff, players much continued success. God bless all." So that was from Tim Brewster. He was the tight ends coach for Colorado, but he announced his resignation. He did it gracefully, and he showed respect to Deion Sanders and the whole coaching staff and the players at Colorado. But major shakeup. I don't know who they're going to have to replace, the tight ends coach. But, like I said, man, it's going to be looking up for Colorado. We didn't expect to see what we saw from Colorado. It was high expectations coming in. I know there was a big national spectacle around Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. I mean, it started off on a high. Jumped out the gate 3-0. Deion had every celebrity, every rapper, every entrepreneur, in the state of Colorado, attending these games on the sideline. He had rappers leading them out, on the field. And, a lot of people, scrutinized that, criticized that, he was teaching the kids wrong, and one Jason Whitlock, how he critiqued Deion throughout the course of the season on everything that he did. And, a lot of backlash and a lot of slander. And, Deion, he kept his composure. Some press conferences, he said some things that, you might not think that he's talking to you, but if you read between the lines, that was basically, his response to some of the criticism from Jason Whitlock. Then Jason Whitlock was fired back talking about racial idolatry and, you're creating negative and false vibes for these kids. You're teaching them to be rappers and teaching them to, go spend their money on gold chains and diamonds and things like that. But Deion never, displayed that to the kids. Like he told them, a lot of them not going to make the NFL. He's teaching them to be doctors and other things like that. He has a great impact on that community and them kids. Some of them kids look up to Deion as a father figure. Some of them kids don't have their fathers in their home. And Deion is just teaching them to be, great young men in the community, great, brothers, great husbands, great fathers, great uncles, great sons, and Jason Whitlock found fault in that. But, major shakeup, things don't always go according to plan. Sometimes you got to, regroup, retool, rethink some things out. It's probably going to be a long off season for Colorado. Some of these players are going to be moving on. Like I said, some of these people might be jumping in the portal. I don't know what the recruiting class looks like coming in, but, like Deion said, 6 or 7 players away from really making an impact. And if he can get the guys that he wants, like he said, he wants people that want to be there. All these cats that are decommitting, they probably don't want to be there. They saw what Colorado went through this year, and they probably not ready for it. So they're going elsewhere. But like Deion said, he wants players and coaches that want to be there and be a part of success when things start turning around. So like they said, Deion said, it's not a 1-year thing. This going to be growing pains, but he didn't expect it to be the way it was because of the hot start. But, things happen for a reason. And he said, you got the right coach in place. And like we always said, I think Deion, he'll turn it around, make strides for greatness. But at this time, it's like the end of the season, it didn't end the way that he thought it would end. You lose in the last 7 out of your 8 games. You lost 6 straight. That's grueling right there. So, but I just think, Colorado will turn around. Much respect to Coach Prime and his coaching staff and the kids and all the ball players and, the city of Boulder. Y'all had a great atmosphere. And I'm sure that next year it will pick up. So you guys let me know what y'all think down in the comments. This is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Like I said, keep supporting the channel. Keep giving this video a thumbs up. Share it out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And that's going to wrap up another episode. Once again, this is your boy K-Sap, the man behind the mic. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.